Hi Year 9. I feel so lucky to be coming and doing your assembly this week because I feel like I've not seen some of you in such a very long time and I've really been missing you guys at school. So this week I'm here to talk to you about careers, and we're having a little bit of a focus week this week, all about Futures Week, and I really want you to think about, for you in Year 9, start thinking about for yourself now, what could your future career look like? So I'm just going to talk in assembly a little bit, plant some seeds of thought in your heads about what it might be that you choose to go on and do in your career. Because really, we need you to start having a think about it now, because actually you'll be moving into Year 10 and pretty soon then starting to think about colleges and your next step, and they will eventually lead to your future career. So just before we start, I wanted to say a big, huge thank you to everybody who works in a career or in a job that's really been influential and so important during the coronavirus crisis. And we call these jobs crisis career heroes. So I just want to say a big, massive thank you to people who are working in jobs about getting people and goods around. So the people who've carried on working taxis and public transport and logistics, delivering to supermarkets, Amazon deliveries and everything. People who are working in jobs keeping clean and things clean and working, which is so important when we've got a pandemic, and hygiene is incredibly important in trying to combat a virus. People who are keeping our public services going, so people working in schools, in hospitals, but maybe not on the front line, people working in the council, people that keep coming and, collecting our bins and things like that, just everything that runs our infrastructure. People working, keeping us fed, so the farmers, people out picking fruit and vegetables to end up in our supermarkets and on our plates. And then finally, a huge thank you to the people looking after us and keeping us healthy and trying to save lives. So people working in the NHS, people working in private medical care, people working in care homes and carers, anybody that's working to look after us and keep us safe, healthy and saving lives. So a huge thank you. And you might have been inspired during the coronavirus crisis and inspired by people and things that you've seen and stories that you've heard about people working in jobs that might have inspired you. And you might have a think this week about maybe if you've been inspired by any of these jobs to learn more about them. So on to what we're talking about in this week's assembly. Like I said at the start, we really want you to start thinking about where your future's going to take you. And we want to start thinking about that from now and starting to put a picture together and just some inspiration about what path you might take to your future career. Because right now you're moving into Year 10, your GCSEs. I know it's been really strange this year, but it's still going to happen and we're still going to start Year 10, hopefully in September. So really it's about thinking, because we need to start and plan our future career and think about what we want to do in the future and then work our way back, thinking about our GCSEs and then what we're going to do next post-16, A-levels, apprenticeships and things like that. And we need to think about where we're heading for to make those decisions. And I really want you to think about being aspirational about what you want to do in the future. Now, back in March in Assembly in National Careers Week, we talked about what the future of work might look like. And we talked about the fact that technology will be really big in the world of work when you get to it. It's something that's growing, robotics and artificial intelligence and the IT and digital and cybersecurity industries. We talked about technology creeping into other things like health and social care and biotechnology, which are all jobs that are expected to grow in the future in Greater Manchester. We also talked about things having an environmental and a social focus, because we know that those are issues that are really important to us as human beings at the moment. So energy is expected to rise in Greater Manchester as we look for low carbon alternatives and renewable energies, and professional services and businesses that keep all the laws and policies and businesses in place and support all those services. So when you're thinking about your future careers, and you start thinking about them, hopefully this week after assembly and with your passion project, I really want you to think about what the future of work might look like in some of the jobs that you find out about, and where they're going to lead, and have a future-proof career. So something that's going to last a long time and be sustainable into the future. So you might have an idea of what you might like to do for a job, but I think for a lot of you, and that's really normal, you might not even have any idea of what you want to do. So this is where we want to start this week, and just think about what it might look like and what you might aspire to do in the future. So a really good place to start if you don't know what you want to do, and even if you do, it's really good to see what else is out there, because you might find something associated with the job you think you want to do that you might not have ever heard of before, that actually you think, ooh, that sounds really interesting. So start off by working out what you like and what you're good at. So what are your interests in and outside of school? What subjects do you enjoy? And do you, like, which of your GCSEs do you maybe see yourself working in, or that you're enjoying, or you see yourself continuing in the future? What else are you interested in? Are you a creative person? Do you like science and STEM? Are do you like computer science and the digital side of the world? Figure out what you like, and then go out and try and find industries that link into those things that you like to do, that you like to read about, and skills that suit you. And go out and have a look at what jobs are in those industries. So the creative industry, or the digital industry, the environmental industries, there are so many out there that you can have a look at. And then when you've done that, try and really pin it down to maybe a couple of jobs that you'd like to find more out about, and that really interests you to find out more about. And go and research those jobs to find out more. And then what we'd like you to do is start making a plan of how you could work towards those career goals, and things that you could be doing now to help you lead you towards that future career. So for your passion project this week, what we'd like you to do is to do some research about some future careers that you'd like to be interested in doing, and think about what your future career could look like. And we'd like you to complete some careers research during this week, our Futures Week, and put together a little bit of an action plan to help record the careers that you're interested in, and to guide you and think about what you might want to do. So this template is going to be available in your year team to download and complete, or you could make your own version. And we'd like you to reflect on that 5-stage process that I just talked about, thinking about your skills and interests, thinking about industries that you'd be interested in working in, then selecting 3 careers that interest you, finding out more about them, and then thinking about some skills that you need to develop towards these jobs, like your communication skills, your time management skills, your teamwork skills, your creative skills, your critical thinking, and so on. And if you need help, because we all need help to find out what's out there and to actually research these jobs. So we're going to be signposting you towards some of the things that we use in school to research careers information. So we're going to show you how to use a program called Kudos. And this is an incredible platform for doing detailed careers research. There are thousands of jobs on there. It tells you what qualifications you need, what people would do in these jobs, and again just tells you how to move on from your GCSEs and then post 16 and on to that career. So I'll be posting a video to show you how to use Kudos and show you how to use it to complete that action plan and to research some of those jobs that you might be interested in the future. And there are lots of other sites out there that you'd be able to use that we're going to signpost you towards as well. So the BBC Bitesize has got a huge careers area. Prospects, I Could, and Success for Schools are just some of the platforms that are out there filled with thousands of careers that we know have some amazing information that you can find. And it's just about filling in a subject or a job and seeing what's out there, guys. especially if you're not sure. If you do know what you want to do, go and have a look in more depth at those jobs and look at some little things that you might not have heard of, but that are associated with those jobs. So like I said, all the information will be in Your Year Team this week. So look out for the post about Futures Week and about thinking about where your career might take you in the future. And we're also launching a Charlton High Careers channel on YouTube and an Instagram. So if you have any of those available, head over to those, follow, where there'll be lots of information that'll help you to start thinking about careers and what your future wants to look like. I really hope to see you all soon, guys. I've missed you lots, especially my beautiful 2 geography classes, and I really hope to see you all soon. So stay safe. Bye.